Today I'm in Kilmarnock in Ayrshire and I'm along to see how John and Stacey are getting on with selling their 3-bedroom semi-detached house. John and Stacey have been trying to sell their 3-bed semi for 24 months, but in this fragile property market their house sale has fallen through not once but twice, and it doesn't look like it'll be moving anytime soon. John, how do you?
Phil, how are we?
Not bad, not bad. So, how is the property selling?
Not great. Not great.
It's quite interesting because from the outside it looks like a really nice property. Good driveway facilities as well, but of course the outside isn't one of the main things of a property. So shall we have a look around inside?
Yeah, let's go for a wander.
Now it's time to go inside and see if I can get an explanation about this, quite frankly, wacky interior
Here you
design.
come.
Well, I would say the first impression with the hall is it's quaint. Looks a wee bit dated because we're getting a lot of exposed oak here, and I know a lot of modern families wouldn't really want to see that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Also, when was the last time this was painted?
5 years ago.
It's looking as though it could do with a coat of paint. This carpet also looks a bit 1980s.
Yeah, that came when we decorated, I think. Yeah, decorated. So it hasn't been cleaned in a while.
Alright, how come?
Something like that, yeah.
Alright. I might have to start gently with this one. That's quite messy.
It's not messy, it's lived in.
I don't know why viewers would like that. Also, another thing that strikes me is how red this carpet is.
Yeah, it's a bit red. It's nice, but red.
And beige. Beige walls again. I see that that's a theme that continues from the hallway.
Beige not mean comfort?
No, beige is very 1980s, and some things are meant to stay in the 1980s.
Yeah.
I see that this radiator needs painted as well.
Yeah.
Have you actually decorated this room since you moved in the property?
No. No.
I can see that. What are other potential viewers' opinions of this room then?
Some think it's comforting. Think it's quite nice natural light.
Lived in?
Lived in, yeah. Others think it's a bit bland, boring,
Beige?
beige.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if this beige theme continues then.
Yeah.
Lead on. Poor John. This has obviously been hard for him, but he needs to put his family first if he wants to sell this house. The kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, first things off, this looks very 90s, and there appears to be some half-finished painting there, and I can see that there's a loose skirting board there.
Yeah.
Now, why is this?
It's on the list.
Yeah,
the painting and the fixing of the skirting board, all on the list.
And you're letting people view the property in this kind of mess?
Yeah, we kind of hope that they don't notice.
Well, see, some people can be extremely eagle-eyed.
Yeah.
And they notice things like that.
Yeah, especially the fact there's paint on the actual wall that I haven't cleaned off yet.
Shocking.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Oh well, at least those things are things that can get sorted then.
Yeah, and it looks relatively nice.
Yeah, a bit 90s though, but
Isn't the 90s cool? Yeah, as I know then.
Yeah. We have had the 90s revival recently, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a bit oof.
Just watch your step coming down here.
Oh, it's one of these staircases. A spiral staircase. This is can be a bit tricky here. Quite dark as well, actually. Interesting space. This. Do you use it very much?
No, it came with the house, but we've never really thought of what to do with it, really.
It could be transformed into another living space. You could have, you know, a dining room or a lounge, or even
Bedroom.
a bedroom, or a storage space for all the junk in the house.
Yeah. Well, yeah, as you can see, I haven't got round to it yet.
Yeah.
A lot of pipes, and there's one light.
Yeah, I noticed that. And some wiring as well.
Yeah, I kind of need to make it a bit more. They still have to come down here right enough to get
out to the garden, yeah.
Yeah.
What do the viewers think of this?
Handyman's dream, I don't know.
Certainly looks like it.
I tend not to ask.
Yeah.
Most of the problems seem to be John's lack of willpower to continue to finish the gardening.
Yeah, I'm beginning to see already that bit up there is extremely mossy, and for this being a family home, I wouldn't really trust my child anywhere near them steps, because that's quite steep, and the garden hasn't actually been tidied.
Yeah, it's been on
very
the
well.
It's been on the list.
But you got a birdhouse there.
Yeah,
how are you supposed to get in there if there's that bush
Look at wings.
that appears to be dead?
Oh, look at wings.
No,
They'll still fly in.
Alright.
I know it's getting blocked off, but
Is this something that tends to put the viewers off?
the stairs usually do. But I just think it's because we've not mossed it. Because obviously when it's wet, it gets pretty slippy.
Money is always an issue, but this is no excuse. So I leave him with what I think is the brutal truth why their house isn't selling.
Now, are you sure you're up for this?
Yeah.
Okay. As your secret agent, it's my job to help you to sell this property. However, I'm going to have to be brutally honest with you. And here is the brutal truth.
The brutal truth.
With less than a week to find potential buyers, I want to have a look at the competition, while John needs to face up to what needs to be done to sell the semi.
So, now that John knows the brutal truth about his property, I went and searched around the area to see how other properties are selling.
Just outside there is the town of Kilmarnock, which offers a corking semi-rural location. It's attractive to the Ayrshire professionals and families who are looking for good skills and plenty of green space, and it's only a short train journey to Glasgow, Scotland's largest city. Just down the road, this 3-bed semi sold for about £185,000, which is actually £100,000 less than John and Stacey's. Like John and Stacey's home, on the outside it's a little dated, but inside they've created the absolute right look for professionals and families searching in this area. The garden is well maintained and natural daylight gets into the living room. With a slightly smaller property, I'm confident the previous owners have priced theirs competitively, but the interior needs a lot of work if it's to compete with the others round here. I need to know that after all these months in the market, John and Stacey are able to do the work to get it sold. They say semi-detached luxurious home, I say semi-detached B&B lookalike. They say beige colour to add comfort, I say probably the most boring comforter in the world. Even the carpet is wondering what the dogs had for dinner. They say a garden full of wild and exotic plant life. I say Alan Titchmarsh would run a mile if he saw this. And finally, the basement. They say potentially a new living space. I say it looks like a scene from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Quite harsh, isn't it? Oh dear.